Welcome back, everybody. It is your third installment of the FFA weekly meeting. Your host, Mike Nicolau, and Louis Chikimia back at you here. I know that we kind of strayed a little bit from the fantasy relevant information that we were spreading out before. I think we got away from that a little bit, so we wanted to kind of come back to our roots. We started this whole thing as something fun for our league, and that is how we wish to kind of continue and move forward with it. Of course, with anything that is relevant in fantasy, we need to start with the standings. Mikey, where are we looking at the standings right now? I got to defer to you on that.
Well, we are at the quarter point, the 1 quarter point of the league. It seems like it went by quick, and it does, because relative to baseball, this would be like mid-May. You're thinking, oh my God, there's 3.5, 4 months left of the season.
Yeah.
In football,
Yeah,
it goes
different.
by pretty quick. But
Very
we
different.
are 4 weeks into the season. Week 5 has officially started as of last night. Midwest Lone Wolves. Ray, don't take my chuckling as any offense
Wow.
to you. You were in first place somehow.
I don't know how. He missed on Alfred Morris.
He did.
And he made a questionable move that we'll explore a little later.
Yeah. Yep.
Crystal ball, that horseshoe, I don't know what's going on. But
Well,
Ray, good job, man.
I agree, Ray. Kudos to you when you're watching this. If you're watching this, I hope you're watching this. You're doing something right. So congratulations at the not the halfway point, the quarter point. You're in first place.
Agreed.
And it's unblemished. It's not even like you're 3-1.
Only undefeated team.
And in first place. You're the only undefeated team. So kudos to you. my
Going
friend.
into week 5, and guess who you play? Me, sir. And if I must say so myself, it is Friday here that we are filming. I know last night my pickup of the Browns proved to be quite fruitful with 2 TDs, 26 points for me,
Yep.
4.1 points for Jordan Cameron. Hurt me in another league, love it in this league because I definitely think that'll give me a step up here when I play you.
Yep.
And try to give you that first blemish on your record there.
Yep, and it's coming, Ray, because let's face it, your team's not invincible, okay? So you're going to lose. Might as well make it right now.
We must say.
Yes. But in a tie for second, we'll say, me and my arch nemesis of last year, Doug Darling, who knocked
Right.
me out of the playoffs. You and I are 3-1, buddy.
Doug coming in, man. I like it. 3-1's a
He's
good
doing
place to
okay.
be. He is all right.
He's doing all right.
He is
And
all
I
right.
tell you what, I thought his team was going to do well. I had high hopes for his team.
Okay.
And he's proving me right.
Well.
And I was wrong. I was clear wrong. Way wrong about BP spillers, natural born spillers.
Ooh.
You might want to call yourself like pour in the toilet tank spillers.
Something
'cause your
different.
team stinks.
Yes.
Okay.
1-3. Bottom of the pack. I don't know what to say, man, dude. I know MJD's hurt you pretty bad. But maybe you got to make a move or something because you're struggling.
Yeah, it's
You're
bad.
struggling.
It's bad.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll turn it around.
Yeah, we'll
you
have
never
to
know.
see. We'll have to see.
How's that second QB working out? Josh,
Ooh.
free agent. Oh
Free
no, it's
agent.
Freeman.
Oh, no, it's
Ah.
actually Free Midwest.
Oh, free Midwest.
It's actually
That's right.
Free Midwest, if I
Yes.
remember correctly.
Yes.
One final thing here about the standings, something that I want to point out, being that my team is currently in 9th place. If you look at the points scored for, I have the 4th most points in the league.
The league.
The league.
Nice.
Okay? 4th most points.
We're family friendly here. No bombs.
Yet, of course, marked unlucky as I have the most points scored against me thus far throughout the season. 4th most points for gets me to 9th place right now. First points against, I mean, that's just rough going. That's just rough going.
It's bad luck, but that's the name of the game when you're playing head to head.
That is.
There's nothing you can do about it. You hope that over the course of the season, your team continues to average that many points.
Right.
And ultimately, the law of averages takes
And you
effect.
have to, I like the balance on my team. I obviously know I could use some quarterback help. So keep those trades coming. Until then, let's explore some of what's been going on in the league as far as moves that have been made.
So to give a brief recap of some of the goings-on of Week 4, the team that I thought would run through the fantasy season, Natural Born Spillers, happened to play me in Week 4. I figured it would be a close match, and I could not have been more wrong, but in favor of yours truly. 148.2, not terrible. Might put me in contention most weeks. But BP Spillers, 7.7 from your man, your team name. That's terrible. A first-round pick in most leagues, a great keeper, we thought, in this league, and boy, did he let you down. So, Mr. 13-0, 15-0, 16-0, you're staring down 1-3. And you're welcome for not laying the smackdown on you too hard. But maybe I'll see you in the playoffs, if you're lucky. Maybe. He won fantasy baseball?
He did.
I don't care. I got Yasiel Puig for next year. So I'm going to play you a couple times. Fantasy baseball?
Someone does.
What
You
happened?
dropped him.
No, I did not. I picked him back up.
You sure?
I am 100% positive. Should we cut? Blooper reel. But moving on from the Week 4 activities, there were some interesting moves here prior to the beginning of Week 5 yesterday evening. We're not sure if Ray has a horseshoe up his rear end, a crystal ball that works, unlike mine, because mine broke. But he picked up Josh Freeman on waivers. This is the same Josh Freeman who we just made fun of 2 minutes ago. The same Josh Freeman who has been benched, fined, and released in the last 96 hours, give or take. But Ray picked him up. Well, with his voodoo magic, somehow in Thursday night's game, E.J. Manuel went down with probably just a deep knee bruise. He should be okay. He'll have 10 days to rest. But Brian Hoyer made the most terrible slide ever seen by a quarterback and tore his ACL. Now, I'm not meaning to laugh. A torn ACL probably hurts a little bit. I dislocated my pinky once. It didn't feel that great, but it probably doesn't compare to a torn ACL. I don't know. I don't play professional football. But what I can tell you is that's weird as hell that Ray picked up Josh Freeman. Especially if Josh Freeman gets signed in the next 2 to 3 days by one of those teams. Then I'm really going to be curious about this guy. Other than that, no crazy moves were made in the fantasy world in our league. I may or may not have drafted and dropped Ahmad Bradshaw. BP Spillers. God, the great news just keeps on coming for you, doesn't it? Ahmad Bradshaw might be done for the season with neck surgery. Again, don't know much about that. Doesn't sound good, but he's likely done until 2014.
I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Yeah, well,
Fantasy guru right here. I did not know.
Hey, I bring it to you live via this Canon camera, via J-Rod, and via Lou's gazebo with 1980s arcade games.
It's a sunroom.
It's better known as a sunroom. I call it a gazebo. That's all for updates.
So, you just heard from the fantasy guru, Mikey, there explaining to you a little what was going on in Week 4 during his matchup, specifically against Natural Born Spillers. With Natural Born Spillers, not only are they last in the league, but in Week 4 they happen to score the least amount of points in the league. Mikey beat him by more than 60 points, hands down the biggest spread. Second biggest spread, however, was against me. Ricky, hats off to you there. You got lucky. Most points in the league in Week 4, 186.3 to be exact. Beat me by around 54, 56 point spread there. Of course, out of all 10 players that he had on his team, 4 of those players combined to score 150 of those points. 150 of his 186 points came from 4 players. Those players being Peyton Manning, ridiculous. He's averaging 43 points a game. Phillip Rivers, also up there, averaging 31.5, but scored 41. Victor Cruz, solid player all around, 30-point game for him. And then Tony Gonzalez, out of nowhere. Okay, Week 1, he did all right. I think he maybe had a touchdown, 13 points. After that, not even double digits. And then busts out with 34.9 to go ahead and just make the beatdown even worse.
Salt in the wound.
You're lucky, Ricky. Simple and plain, you got lucky. Your running backs are Jason Snelling and Willis McGahee, who did not even combine to score 10 points. If you win this league, I will quit fantasy football. I will quit. And I'm the commissioner. So that's neither here
over.
That's neither here nor there. Congratulations to you, Ricky. Scored the most points. Still didn't break 200. Only 2 people have done that. Me being one of those people. As far as the closest game for Week 4, that goes to Salivating Mutts and Chronic Blunt. So James Jones, JJ there, and Anthony Curran. Man, that must have been a nail-biter for you. I was watching Monday Night Football too, James Jones. I know you lost by just 4 points. I saw those points dwindling away with each sack that the Saints had on Ryan Tannehill. You were right there. I think the closest you got was like 2 points away. Those are rough ones, man. Those are always rough ones. Talking about those teams right there, though, Chronic Blunt has been kind of hurt with the quarterback play as of late. He's got Ryan Tannehill. He's got Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, he's just on a team that doesn't throw all that much. Tannehill just happened to have a bad night. It is what it is. But other than that, I mean, he's got AP, Trent Richardson, Demaryius Thomas. His team should be solid. I expect to see him in the playoffs. Salivating Mutts. Colin Kaepernick has been somewhat of a disappointment, but he got him in the 13th round, I believe. So great value there. Whatever, you got to keep rolling him out in the lineup. Ray Rice has been his biggest disappointment. 2nd round draft pick for him, and I think he's injured. I don't know, man. That one's a rough one. Hope to see you there. Arian Foster's been doing what he's supposed to be doing. Stephen Ridley's hurt. Des Bryant's right there for you. Bears defense, you can never go wrong with that. So I expect the league to stay competitive. Nobody has yet to record a win, so that's always good to see. Let's keep it going, guys. You know, let's make those trades. Let's keep it talking and keep moving and doing what we have to do to try and win this money here.
And keep talking smack, bitches.
All right. Well, so Week 5 is underway. Like I said, we're recording this on Friday. We've already had one big game come into play: Cleveland versus Buffalo. I do believe I have to rescind a statement that I made when Cleveland traded Trent Richardson. I was pretty sure I said I would be surprised if this team even got 3 wins. Well, hey, they're at 3-2 right now, and I expect them to keep winning. They got a Cleveland Indians Major League thing going on right now, and more power to them, man. I want to see him compete, but I want to see the Falcons win it all. Even though I'm a Bears fan, that's where my money is right now. Falcons winning it all.
You know what? I'm happy for Cleveland because their upper management probably caught a lot of flack when they pulled that move. But they won 3 games in a row. Their quarterback, their savior, is out for the year now. So are they able to come back? Are they able to reinflate the balloon from this? Who knows? But who cares? We're talking about the Cleveland Browns here, guys. I feel like I want those 10 seconds of my life back, Lou.
I don't know, man.
Can we move on to something more important like me?
Okay.
All right. Me.
I'm sorry.
That was all I wanted to get out of the way there. More importantly, at the start of this year, when we finished our draft, me being the fantasy guru of our league, I could have sworn
Jenny, can you open the door?
Ray's team would have been terrible. 2-11, 3-10, maybe. BP Spillers 13-0 regular season. My predictions. If I had to put money on it, that's what I would have done. Wow. Could I have been more wrong?
Simple and plain, man. I don't know, man. Anything can happen. It's fantasy football. Any given Sunday. Great movie, by the way. I love it.
Absolutely. And as Chris Berman likes to say, that's why they play the games.
Yep. And as always, thank you to our sponsors, Workout Music, for providing the music for this show. True Barbecue, John Foley, selling his barbecue sauces and rubs. Visit their Facebook page there. I think he's even got a Twitter account, however that whole business works.
These young kids.
I know, crazy. But either way, making some good food there. Funny Guys Media, always bringing you quality production, and Homewood FB, of course. Thank you for watching the show. We'll see you next week.
Stay tuned.
So honey,